power by simply breaking his opponent's wooden sword and winning the fight. After the duel,
let's rewind that.
His power by simply breaking his opponent.
What is this? What is that, bro? Can someone explain? Can someone also explain how that breaks a sword? Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe he has some hidden Asian skill, bro. Maybe he acquired some secret hidden gem. I don't know, bro. Cause like, they don't explain that. And I've been sitting here for 10 minutes and I'm falling asleep, bro. I'm falling asleep. Alright, so a few minutes ago, I tried to make a containment breach video, SCP containment breach. My computer couldn't handle it. My computer couldn't handle playing that game while recording, which was too bad. So I tried to play Counter-Strike, alright? I tried to play Counter-Strike, and my computer couldn't handle that either. So guess what we're doing? We are watching some anime, bro. That's what we're doing, alright? And not actual anime, no. We're watching anime recaps, bro. That's what we're doing. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I should start watching actual anime, bro. Instead of watching recaps. Maybe, but, you know. Whatever. Recaps are pretty straightforward.
An old man, childless, and once the disappointment of his father, becomes a master swordsman. He is summoned to the Imperial Order by a former student who he thinks is stunningly beautiful. Now, he must leave the countryside and travel to the capital with this woman to become a master in the city. A middle-aged man practices his skills with a wooden sword. In front of him, his father laments, seeing children running through the yard, that he should have had grandchildren by now. The younger man complains that he should be the center of attention at this moment, and the elder states that the boy's technique is great, having taken him on as a master 20 years ago. Returning to his grievance, he comments that the younger man has no consideration for family. Soon, the man training is greeted by his enthusiastic students, and he states that taking care of the dojo and finding more female students is a significant act of consideration. Besides, he has no idea how he could have children when he hasn't even married yet. The father suggests that perhaps one of his female students might be suitable, but the sensei makes it clear that the dojo is no place for romance. By the way, this is a simple dojo that has taught the art of the sword for—
Alright, so, just out the gate, just so that I understand what's happening, so this guy right here, alright, I'm guessing this is the main character, is his father hating? Is that what's happening right now? Is his father just hating on him, for being, useless and bitchless and all of that? Is that what's happening, bro? Because if that's the case, you should leave this place, bro. You shouldn't even, like, be in this village, bro. Or this dojo, or wherever the hell you live, bro. You should— oh, no, bro. Alright. Sorry for the interruption. No, but seriously, like, if you have a father who's just hating, bro, like, just leave, bro. Like, you have no reason to stay.
For generations. The teacher was born there, and, as far as he can remember, has always played with wooden swords. Little changes in this place, and the man does what he can to keep everything running. As a boy, his dream was to be a swordsman. He had above-average ability and good speed for his age, but none of it was enough. In any case, the man does not complain, feeling that he is exactly where he should be. He may not be the best, but he has a knack for teaching. Later, as class ends, the master reflects that many of his students have pursued very successful careers, which is a great source of pride. When he goes home to grab something to eat, his father is still harping on about becoming a grandfather. The old man asks if Fren, his wife, wouldn't love it if Beryl found a wife to give them a little grandchild.
Yeah, well, guess what, bro? Maybe he doesn't want to, bro. And you guys are hating so much, bro. Y'all are hating. I'm not gonna lie, Beryl. You have to move out, bro. You might have to change your name, too, because, like, you wouldn't want to have the name Beryl, bro. People are gonna confuse you with an actual Beryl.
But the woman thinks everything should happen in its own time, and it's not right to rush things, although she's sure that one day their son will have children for the grandparents.
Why are you sure, bro? Why are you sure? You shouldn't be sure, bro. You shouldn't be.
To dote on. With that, Beryl realizes that his mother is neither siding with his father nor with him. Suddenly, someone knocks at the door. Beryl answers and sees a young woman in armor mentioning
Because of course, a young, beautiful woman with armor appears. Like, what? Come on, bro. Alright. I'll calm down. I'll let it cook, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's not that bad so far. I'm kind of overreacting a little bit. But let's see what it's about, bro. Let's let them cook, bro. Let it cook, bro.
it's been a long time since she last saw her master. Her name is Alucia Citrus. The teacher
Alucia Citrus. I'm not gonna lie, if I had that name, I would jump from the building. Alright, I would jump from a building. I'm just saying, bro.
invites his former student in and serves her tea. His father comments that the girl always sends letters, so he knows she's been promoted to commander of the Royal Order of Knights, meaning Beryl did a great job. By the way, the sensei asks what the young lady is doing there, and she explains that she's also teaching fencing. Therefore, she came to inform him that she recommended Beryl as a special instructor for the order, and the appointment was approved. The sensei thinks it's some kind of prank, but the knight presents the official document for him to sign. Beryl's father warns in advance that his son will die if he doesn't sign that thing, and Alucia corrects that it won't go that far. But really, the trainer will face serious consequences. Anyway, she came by carriage to take Beryl to spend the night in the capital.
And then you hit me with an ad, bro!
And tomorrow they can talk more calmly. The man is confused by all this happening so fast, but since the dojo isn't open
I'm a little bit confused at what's going on right now.
tomorrow, the father also pushes for his son to go, especially because he might get lucky and take this beautiful young woman as
Okay, so that is what's going on. That is what's happening. Or is that are we seeing this from his father's perspective? Because obviously his father, his hating ass father, all he wants is for them to pound each other. But is that what's actually going on, bro? Because it sounded like something else was happening. Like they were supposed to sign some contract or some shit. Like I didn't really catch that, to be honest. So like I don't know, bro.
his wife. Beryl gets annoyed and tells his father to stop joking, as
Bro, I would be annoyed too, bro. Just leave this old ass man, bro. Give it, like, seriously, fucking give him a taste of his own medicine, bro. Just leave. Like, bro, like you are not getting this, bro.
there's a significant age difference between the two, but Alucia herself acts as if she wishes the teacher had taken it seriously. In the
Taken what seriously? Taken what seriously?
end, the instructor gets into the carriage and heads to the capital. He notices that Alucia has the same sword he gave her when she graduated from the dojo, something he does with all the students who finish the course. Despite being happy for the consideration, he wonders if that old weapon is suitable for a commander of the order, but Alucia insists on keeping her present close. Hearing this, Beryl finds it amusing that she still seems to maintain that childlike idea that the teacher is always better than the student, which makes no sense, especially since he's too old now to be the important instructor she needs. Despite this, the commander is excited about the possibility of a countryside swordmaster finally working in the capital, and is sure her former teacher will do a great job. By the way, she herself thinks she needs to improve to deserve the sensei's consideration. But, taking advantage that he didn't hear this last part, she preferred to leave it at that. Soon, the two arrive in the capital of Baltrain, and Beryl is happy to be back after so many years. After being dropped off at the inn where he must spend the night, he observes the various shops and people, and thinks he's too old for this. The next day, Alucia explains to her men that she summoned Beryl Gardnant to be the special instructor of the Order of Freedom and states that Beryl is so strong that not even she can match him. With that, she calls the professor to address all those soldiers, which makes him break out in a cold sweat. After gathering some courage, he starts his speech, hoping to be useful to everyone there, and that the partnership between them will be a success. At the end of his speech, one soldier asks another if they should be concerned, and another seems angry. When the men are dismissed, the commander praises the new instructor's speech and explains that he must train the knights 3 or 4 times a month, which should not interfere with his work at the dojo. Speaking of which, a knight named Kirani arrives running to meet her former teacher, and recalls a scolding from the commander. Beryl is impressed to see that the girl has become a true knight. but she explains that she still has a long way to go. The professor remembers that Kirani trained for 2 years at the dojo and worked hard to get where she is, and she's happy to have the opportunity to train with her master again. When he returns home at night, Beryl feels happy to have 2 former students in the order. Upon entering the door, he is surprised to see Randrid there inside, another former student who came with his wife and child. Despite the joyful moment of reconnecting with another old apprentice, Beryl's father says no one needs the son there, and he should stay in Baltrain to dedicate himself to the new job and only come back when he has found a wife. Despite his reservations,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm a little bit lost at what's going on. Why is his father here? Like, why is he here? In this home? Like, is he some kind of like... I don't know, bro. This is very... I don't know, bro. Maybe... Is this their house, maybe? And they came to visit? I don't know.
Beryl sits down at the table to talk with Randrid and learns that the young man is giving up his adventurous life to move to the village now that he has become a father. The professor thinks it's a significant life change for someone of the platinum class, and Randrid feels somewhat guilty since it was the sensei's training that got him there. On the other hand, Beryl recalls that he trained the boy for 10 years, but it was Randrid's own effort that shaped him as an individual. After all, adventurers may earn well, but it's a risky profession. Beryl's father mentions that this must be a stroke of luck, as Randrid is familiar with the dojo's training style and could take on the former teacher's responsibilities if he assumes the role of master. With that, Randrid Paddlerock commits to serving as needed, and Beryl is left trying to understand how all this happened so quickly. Certainly, his old man convinced the boy to take over the dojo while he was away. To make matters worse, the elder invites the family to spend the night there, and Beryl mutters that it's his house. When dawn breaks again, the professor shares the story with Alucia, who pretends she didn't like what happened, since she actually wanted to keep the sensei close to her. Beryl apologizes for having brought the commander to find a place for him, since the inn where he stayed is too expensive for him to afford. Taking advantage of her unrestricted access to the area, Alucia shoots her shot by inviting the man to stay at her place, but watches the ball go out as soon as the guy refuses the offer, as if it were something from another world, or even a weird joke from young people. Alucia doesn't give up and invites the master to lunch, hoping for at least a disguised meeting, but suddenly, a woman on the street comments that the order's commander is walking around with a man who looks like a coward. Beryl overhears this and hides his face in embarrassment, imagining it's not good for Alucia's image to be seen with an old man like him. Immediately, Alucia has Lysandra shut down the idle chatter, and they continue walking, but the meddler insists and questions how the commander dares to call just any ordinary guy master. Beryl notices that the woman carries a black class adventurer's plaque, something he has never seen before, until Lysandra finally realizes she's in front of Master Beryl. In turn, the man doesn't recognize the girl, which she expected, since she hasn't seen him in 20 years. Nevertheless, he tries to rekindle the memory of the old teacher by introducing herself as Shurna Lysandra, who was taken in by him when she was very young and received sword lessons.
Bro, can something happen, bro? Come on. I'm actually losing patience, bro. Like, it's just talking and like going around and walking around and visiting houses and family. Like, it was the same, like the last recap I watched, it was like a similar thing, similar situation, but at least something happened at the end. Like, a lot of stuff happened. It's like we're more than halfway through, and it's just like the title is just like, it's too literal. Old man is humiliated for being weak, but no one knows his sword skills are powerful. All I've seen is old man is humiliated for being weak. That's all I've seen from you so far, bro. Oh my god.
At that moment, Beryl remembers the young Shurna from long ago when he found her lost by the riverbank and took her into his home, besides offering training. After so much time, Shurna reveals that she would love to share the success she's had in life with the professor, but never had the chance. By the way, she questions what Master Beryl is doing walking with Citrus. Then the commander herself flares up to explain that the sensei is now a special instructor of the Order of Freedom, and the two are looking for a place in Baltrain for him to live, not one to back down from a fight. Shurna provokes by responding that it makes sense for the guy to be an instructor, but thinks she could help with lodging much more than the commander, having once been an adventurer's broker. As evening approaches, the two finally find a place for the professor, who thanks both for their help, although he wishes they would respect each other a bit more. Ignoring his words, they walk out the door after saying goodbye. Then Beryl watches the two walking down the street from the window, reflecting that he's no longer of the age to enjoy a move to the big city life. But it's good to have former students looking after him. The following morning, a skilled knight displays all his power by simply breaking his opponent's wooden sword and winning the fight. After the duel,
Let's rewind that.
all his power by simply breaking his opponent.
What is this? What is that, bro? Can someone explain? Can someone also explain how that breaks a sword? Like, I don't know, bro. Maybe he has some hidden Asian skill, bro. Maybe he acquired some secret hidden gem. I don't know, bro. Cause like, they don't explain that. And I've been sitting here for 10 minutes and I'm falling asleep, bro. I'm falling asleep.
Opponent's wooden sword and winning the fight. After the duel, Lucius Citrus announces that Master Gardnet will be responsible for the lessons from then on. Rejecting the new teacher, the powerful knight argues that one needs a certain level of strength to become an instructor of the Order of Freedom, so he needs to prove his capability. Beryl asks who this arrogant man is, and Citrus explains that it's Hendlitz Drought, the vice commander of the Order. With that, the vice challenges the sensei to a duel.
Yes, come on. Yes, please fight. Yes, come on.
And the superior accepts
Wait, is that the dude who was doing that weird spinning move?
as a way for the
Nah, cause if it is, bro, Beryl has to beat his ass. I'm not gonna lie.
master to show his worth. Thus, even against his will, Beryl steps in.
It is, bro. It literally is, bro. You cannot lose to this dude. You cannot lose to this dude, bro. I mean, he was literally hitting like a fucking emote mid-fight, bro. Come on. You gotta pack him up.
To the middle of the training room for the confrontation. Around, other knights
Come
doubt
on!
that this
Come
rustic
on,
professor
please,
can
please,
teach them
please,
anything, which even Beryl himself doesn't dispute. Drought states that it's very kind of the commander to want to boost the old master's morale, but even kindness can lead to mistakes. Again, even Beryl agrees with this, but promises to do his best not to lose too badly, as it would look really bad for Alusha if he got a brutal beating from this unbearable brat. Finally, the duel begins, and Drought takes the initiative by charging at his opponent and delivering several blows. Blocking each one, the sensei recognizes that it would be disastrous if he got hit by one of those, so he maneuvers his sword to transform the next block into a counterattack and strikes his rival's chin with the pommel of the weapon. Having done this, he asks if the student is alright, which infuriates Drought.
Bro, you're not supposed to... Oh my goodness, bro. I'm losing my patience. Even the only... Oh, I accidentally muted. What the fuck? Even the only fight in this whole thing isn't that good, bro. Talking about some... Are you alright? What? No, bro. Keep fighting, bro. Stab him. Stab him for all I care. Decapitate him like they did in the last recap, bro.
Out even more. After this move, the two return to their initial positions, and Beryl regrets having struck the blow, since his initial intention was to have stopped sooner. In his mind, this is an unforgivable attitude for an instructor. Before the second round, Drought already warns that he won't fall for the next cheap trick, so he charges again with even more force. Defending properly, Beryl knows that the boy is stronger and faster than him, but his movements are very linear, meaning easy to predict. Counting on this, the sensei anticipates the next strike and pushes the opponent away. Drought gets even angrier and prepares his famous move in the order for destroying the opponent's sword. However, after actually attacking, he realizes that Beryl had disappeared from his sight, and, before he knew it, the instructor was behind him with the sword at his back. His sight. However, after actually attacking, the instructor was behind him with the sword at his back. After the crushing defeat, the student makes a startled face in the face of such incredible skill, but soon yields to the power of the sensei and acts as if he were his #1 fan, shaking the man while begging to learn that amazing technique. Later on, it's actually Drought who organizes the outing and proposes a toast in honor of the teacher's nomination at a tavern. Moreover, he apologizes for his earlier rudeness, but Beryl understands being questioned since he was a stranger who suddenly appeared to train the battalion. After a few drinks, Alucia bluntly tells the deputy commander that she warned him. Beryl Gardinante is formidable and should be respected. Curini comments that the officer really knows how to drink, just like the deputy, but she herself only drinks occasionally and can't keep up with the frenetic pace of these two. Hendlitz again emphasizes how impressed he was with the teacher's technique, and Beryl replies that Drought's technique matched his style, but the young man doesn't believe it was just that, because the way the sensei used the last move to his...
How much time we got left, bro? We got 1 minute left, bro. Oh my god. Like, no hate to, like, the YouTuber or even the creator of this anime, but it's just like, oh my god, bro. Like, I am actually gonna fall asleep in my bed because I'm so... Anyways.
His advantage was otherworldly, and the knight would love to know the secret to doing that. Beryl then shares that he simply matched his rotation with that of his opponent. Curini remarks that it sounds easy when put that way, and Alucia agrees it is, but only for the master. Beryl adds that anticipating the next move is also important, and that if Drought had been less rigid, he certainly wouldn't have won. Hearing this great tip, Hendlitz states he is eager to work with the new master. Meanwhile, in the village at night, Beryl's father thanks Randrid for his help. The young man responds that nothing makes him happier than helping Master Beryl conquer the world, and the elder stresses that his son deserves better than this village, and Randrid adds that he has seen many things as an adventurer, but has never met a swordsman better than Gardinen. On this, the instructor's father agrees and hopes that his son will reach even greater heights. Check out these videos appearing on your...
Alright. You can see there's actually a 15-minute video here and a 12-minute video here. I kind of want to, like, mark both of these. Oh, there's a 30-minute video. Wait a minute. I should definitely mark these videos because it's surprisingly hard to find actual short recaps. I think I'm gonna do that for now. But honestly, first of all, I rate this 3 out of 10 maybe. Like, nah, you know what? 2 out of 10, bro. Nothing happened, bro. That fight was the most interesting thing of the whole story, bro. But yeah, anyways, I'll see ya, bro. I'll see you in the next video. All right.